Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good day and welcome to another interesting and enthralling episode of the headliner titled Meet the Vice Chancellor on your favorite channel Mikiya TV, and I'm your host Umar Isa Dandugo. And we're here at the main campus of Capital City University, one of the privately owned universities that we have here in Kano State, at the heart of Kano State in Nasarawa GRA. We have come here to have a robust and engaging interview with the Vice Chancellor of this university, Professor Yusuf Bala Daraja, about the operation of the universities and some of the things that they're doing to contribute or to continue contributing to the progress of the community educationally. And there are a couple of interesting and challenging questions to put to him. Some of the things that have to do with the complaints and grievances of the students regarding the school and the system there. And we will pepper him with some hard-hitting questions and see how he's going to manage to reply to these issues. Later, we are going to have a follow-up episode with the students and members of the university community to talk about what they are doing to help the students and elevate the status and the standard of the university. Join me as we start talking to Professor Yusuf Bala Daraja, the Vice Chancellor of Capital City University. All right, joining me right now at this beautiful office of the Vice Chancellor of Capital City University is the Vice Chancellor himself, Professor Yusuf Bala Daraja. Thank you very much indeed, Professor, for being on the show.
Thank you, Umar, for coming to our beautiful university.
Yeah, of course. You also believe that it's a beautiful university.
It is.
It sounds flattering.
Well, but sometimes you need to say things about yourself, self-flattering.
Yeah, why not allow other people to say it?
Oh, people are saying it, but I'm just telling you. This is the fact of the matter, you know.
Yeah,
yes.
Sure. And we're going to have some very interesting conversations about your university, the work that you do, and the kind of contributions that you try to give to the community by providing education to the people. And there are a couple of challenging questions that we're going to be throwing at your own way, and I believe you'll be able to tackle them. But first of all, before diving deeply into the cracks of the discussion, let's get to know something about you. Who is Professor Yusuf?
Daraja.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
And we'll get to know something about the name Daraja.
Yes. Thank you very much.
You're welcome, sir.
Like you said, my name is Yusuf Bala Daraja, PhD.
Okay.
It's very important.
Why not
doctor? There are doctors that are not PhD.
Okay.
So we emphasize the PhD.
And you feel a little bit uncomfortable when somebody is called a doctor
who has not earned it now.
Okay.
It's a very difficult journey in life. So people who earn it must show it.
Is it that you feel uncomfortable or you are jealous of?
No, I'm not jealous. I'm not jealous. I'm just
when I say you, I don't mean you personally, you in general.
No. What I'm saying is that we tend to bastardize, as it were, the issue of not only the issue of PhD, but titles.
Titles.
We tend to give titles, and we think people should just have titles that they have not earned. You know, if I'm not this, why should I put something in my name? So I prepare to call myself Yusuf Daraja, PhD.
Instead of Dr. Yusuf Daraja.
Yes.
Even though now you are a professor.
I am a professor of agronomy.
Yes, sure.
And so that is about me.
But some of those titles are given by the universities you have been to, you have come out of. You feel like such universities are not doing justice when they award some doctorship.
Honorary degrees?
Yeah, honorary degrees.
No. Honorary degrees are normal things in the world, you know. But if you are given a honorary degree, you don't go and start putting doctor in your name. Okay. If you must put it, it should be in a kind of
bracket.
Something like that, to show the people that it's honorary.
Yes,
it's not something that you earn by going to school.
Yeah.
But this is our way.
Yeah, sure. So talk to us about yourself. Who is Professor Yusuf Daraja? How did you get the name Daraja? Is it a family name or a nickname from
Oh, it is Daraja. No, actually, we truncated the name.
Okay.
The name of my father.
Oh, what does that mean?
His name is Usman Bala Daraja.
Okay.
But they call him Bala May Daraja.
Okay.
Bala May Daraja. It's not Daraja. It's May Daraja.
Yes.
And he got the name when he was a young man.
Okay.
And until he grew up from the story.
Yes.
Because people tend to congregate around him.
Oh.
You know, he attracts people around him. So they kept calling him May Daraja, and the name stuck. And then for us, when we grew up, we just truncated the name to Daraja.
Okay, instead of May Daraja.
Yes, instead of May Daraja.
That's cool. And then you grew up to study agricultural science.
Yes, I
went on to become an expert in agronomy.
Agronomy,
meaning
yes.
agriculture, relationship between agriculture and economics?
No.
What does that mean?
Agronomy is actually the science of agriculture that deals with the issue of soil, water, plant relationships.
Okay. Soil, water, plant relationships. Okay.
Yes.
I thought by looking at the name, the morphology of the name, it means agriculture and economy.
No. Agronomy.
Okay.
Agros.
Okay, that's great.
Yes.
That's great. So you went to University of Reading, where in the UK, where you had your own PhD.
Yes.
How was it briefly?
It was beautiful. It's one of the best universities for agriculture in the world. Oh. In the UK, it has always been #1 for agriculture. That's why I chose it. Okay. And it has a tradition. And the scholarship was excellent. The facilities are world class. And the supervision was excellent.
Was it a Commonwealth or British Council scholarship?
Actually, it's a Kano State Government scholarship. Wow. You see, I am one of the most lucky people when it comes to government sponsorship. Okay. Right from primary school until my PhD, it was Kano State Government who took care of my studies. And so I'm always appreciative of my state. And that is why when we went to the UK to study, we actually got job offers in some places. But most of us decided to come back home. To contribute. All right, we have to give back because we have been given a lot. Sure, definitely. And and I don't regret it. Sure. Because even though you left a lot of pounds and dollars there. That is not all about life. Life is not all about money. Okay. It's about fulfillment, you know. You see, your cameraman, though I have not taught him directly, but he was our student. Sure. And we meet a lot of them along the road when you travel. Yes. When you are in the marketplaces. All over, you see your student, and you see him doing well, and you get this sense of fulfillment. Yeah. And that is more important than money. Yeah. That's what keeps teachers going, you know, the fulfillment that you are able to contribute to the development of a human being, you know, from zero to something else, you know. That's what they call from zero to hero. Yes, yes. From grass to grace. Yes, it's just like your child, your own child that you born. When you see him or her developing, achieving things in life, you get this joy. It's the same with good teachers. Yes. Good teachers get joy. Even if students are better than them in life. When you meet them, you have that joy. Yes. And it's incomparable to joy that money brings. Yeah, definitely. Sure. People might not agree, but actually it's incomparable. Yes. The joy that you have. Yeah. You need to be a teacher to understand this. Sure. I am a teacher. Yeah, I know. Sure. Even though I'm not a professor. Yes. Yes, definitely. But once a teacher, always a teacher. Definitely. Even in the lowest level. Yes, sure. Unfortunately, we don't appreciate teachers in our country. But teachers must be appreciated. They must be. And there's this saying which says, the reward of a teacher is in the heaven. It should start from here. Sure. The reward should start from the earth. Yeah, sure. And then it goes to the heaven. You know.
And the highest is there in the heaven.
Yes, but it should start from here.
Definitely.
Why should others get their own reward starting here? And the teacher will always have to wait in the heaven.
Definitely. It's true. All right, let's move on to the heart of the matter. We're here at Capital City University, where you are serving as the Vice Chancellor of the university. Talk to us about the university. What are your missions and visions? What exactly do you want to achieve?
The Capital City University, I'm just about 3 months old in the position, but I took the plunge to be the Vice Chancellor, looking at so many factors, you know, the mission statement, the vision statement, you know, the vision of the founders is to provide education that is sustainable and that will help solve issues of the 21st century, issues that are emerging, and then to give education that is at once liberal.
When you say liberal, what does that mean in terms of education?
Well, liberal in this sense, what I'm saying is that it will be all-encompassing. All-encompassing education that will help solve human issues and problems, you know. And so that is why we decide to be part of this journey. It's a journey. And the caliber of people who established the university, the caliber of people who are in the council, who are in the board of trustees, it gives you the hope that things will be well.
All right, Prof. Last time I counted, the number of private universities here in Kano State are much higher than the number of public universities that we have in the state. Some came way before you, others are your age mates, and I believe there are more on the way. What unique things do you have on the table that others do not have?
Well, I don't know about the others.
Okay.
I only know about us.
Yeah. So talk about the uniqueness of the university that can attract parents to bring their children to you.
Yes, the uniqueness is that it's our location.
Okay.
The location of Capital City is in the heart of the city of Kano. And you know what that means. We have a beautiful campus. Yeah. But that is not all.
Okay.
It's our curriculum.
That matters.
We have a very good, innovative curriculum. And that curriculum has been designed to give our students the edge when they go out from here, they go into the world.
When you say the edge, you mean the advantage?
The advantage. Sure. And we're going to, before our students leave here, they will learn the soft skills that they will need to survive in the world. And then there will be a big mentoring. You know, we will be mentoring our students from here until even after they graduate. We will mentor them. We have some of the best faculty members that you can find around. People who will teach our children the education that they require. And then we have the facilities. And we're improving the facilities. And we're going to be world class. And what we want is to give our people the opportunity to give their children education that can stand the test of time.
When talking about the facilities that you have, you said you're going to improve them to become world class. Yes. Right now, they're not world class. They're not up to that standard.
I mean, you see, the thing is you need to keep improving.
Okay.
You need to keep, when you say, even if you go to the best universities in the world, like Harvard and Oxford and the rest, they are still improving. And so you can't rest on your oars. You need to keep improving.
So are you trying to say that Oxford and Harvard are your models that you're emulating?
Of course, everyone emulates them. All these the Ivy League universities in the United States. The
Columbia,
the big universities in America. You know, universities in France, in Germany. All these universities that are making waves in the world. You know, we need to copy the best that they can give, the positives from them. So that we can, you see, the function of education, as I see it, is to be able to solve issues. to give solution to human problems, problems that are arising. We are always having problems, you know, like for example, when you have drug issues in our society, the issue of famine, the issue of lack of food, the issue, all these are issues that can be solved by universities, you know, and so these issues will not stop. They will always be coming at us as human beings. And it is our duty to be able to provide solutions. Solutions that are sustainable and solutions that can withstand the test of time. And that is the type of education we want to give our students here.
Okay. All right, viewers, you are watching the headliner, Meet the Vice Chancellors. And we are recording right now at the main campus of Capital City University here in Kano State, Nigeria, with the Vice Chancellor, Professor Yusuf Bala Daraja. We have talked a lot about his background, and we started talking about the university and its missions and visions and where it's heading to. Much later, when we come back from break, there are so many critical issues to be analyzed. Let's go on break. Welcome back, viewers. This is the headliner, Meet the Vice Chancellors. My name is Umar Isa Dendugu, and we are currently recording at the beautiful office of the Vice Chancellor of Capital City University here in Kano State, one of the private universities that we have in the state. And Professor Yusuf Bala Daraja is the Vice Chancellor, and he is here to talk about many other stuff about the universities. Professor, thank you very much. Welcome back.
Thank
from
you.
the break.
Well, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. It's been a lovely conversation, and we're going to continue. Let me ask you this question. Even though you are trying to dodge from the fact that you said you don't know how other universities work, you have been from, you have come from University of Science and Technology in Udel.
Yes.
You held a lot of positions there. In Kano State, not only in Kano, but in Nigeria, private universities are seen by many people as competitors, not partners, to the public universities and to the governments. What can you say about this?
No, I don't believe there is any competition.
Okay.
Or there should be a competition. It should be complementary, you know.
Okay.
When you look at the statistics, the data from JAM, the Joint Admission Integration Board, the number of students who are seeking university education. This year, I think 1.9 or 1.8 million students sat for the examination. And the number keeps increasing every year. But the space in our public universities that can take this is not more than 300, 500,000, at most 500,000.
For the whole of the public universities.
For the whole of the public universities. You have 102 public universities also. You have the federal state university, 60-something. The federal universities, they are 50-something. And so they cannot accommodate all these young people who are seeking university education. And so it's an issue of access. Now, when you have these 500,000 students, what do you do with the 1 million students? They have to wait. Some people will be taking JAM 2, 3, 4 times before they get admission. But parents who are able to afford, they will decide now to send their children to the private university. And by doing that, they reduce the tension associated with the admission of students into the public university. So in this sense, I don't see it as a competition. We can compete in other ways, but not in the survival of the universities. We can compete in the quality of the education that we give our students. We can compete in the quality of the space within the campuses. We can compete in so many things, but that is the end of the competition.
But you know, when you're talking about space, you cannot compare yourselves with the public universities, where one of the public universities that we have, let's say BUK, can accommodate 2 or 3 times private universities like this one.
Yes, I mean, Mikiya has been in existence since 1975.
Yeah.
It's a full university, and before then, it's a university college.
Yeah.
And so it has been there more than 50 years, 60 years.
So there's no comparison.
No, there is no, in that sense, there is no comparison. Okay. But what I mean by the space is the environment in which the universities will operate. Okay. The conducive environment, the classes, the hostels, the campus itself, the space around the campus, the beautification of the campuses. That also is part of the structure, as it were, of universities. And so that is what I meant by that.
Yeah. And this is something that you have, which the public universities don't have.
No, they have. I say we can compete on that essence. Okay. Competing to provide the enabling environment.
Yes.
So that you give people choice.
Okay.
Where they want to go and if they can afford it.
Yes.
Instead of waiting for 2-3 years for my child to get a space in a public university. One of the issues that the big universities especially have is the number of people looking for the small space. I think in BUK on ABU, and even my university would, in ABU at a time, they have more than 60,000-70,000 students competing for less than 6,000 spaces.
Oh God!
So you can imagine the frustration.
Yeah. And in this regard, you are serving as partners.
We are serving as partners, yes, to the community.
Not competitors or rivals.
No.
But there is one allegation again leveled against private universities. The issue of commodification of education.
Yes.
You're all for profit. You're not there to serve the people, to provide the quality education you claim to provide. It's about money.
It's not. I will not speak for others.
Okay, speak
but
about
I'm
your
talking
university.
About my university.
Okay.
Our university, one of the guiding principles, like I told you, is to provide quality education.
Okay.
Of course,
at an expensive rate.
It's not that expensive. Okay. You pay for the education, but what we want is for your child to get that good education, functional education, education that will serve society. We are not going to be a university that shell out degrees.
Okay.
We don't want to be a degree mill.
Okay.
Just because you bring money, it doesn't mean you can graduate unless you fulfill certain conditions of graduation. It's not your money.
Okay.
That will determine your graduation.
But then if parents pay huge amount of money for their students, for their children to study at university, and then you end up holding them, or they end up getting carryovers and spillover, they can easily withdraw their children, which will in turn cripple the economy of the universities.
Yes.
In that case, how do you balance the
You see, you balance the education. You see, what you do is that you try to do your best in the delivery of the lectures, in providing the enabling environment. Just try to do the best that you can, such that even the parents themselves, they will know that you have done your best. You see, the tragedy of education in university in Nigeria is that we always think that everyone should have that education. And parents are putting a lot of pressure on their children. You ask a child to go and read medicine, for example, and that is not what he wants.
Yes.
He wants to be a journalist. He wants to be whatever. He wants to be this. He wants to be this. But you force your child to go and read something that you want, because among your peers, you will tell them, my child is a doctor, my child is this, my child is that. But the child, that is not what he wants, That is some of the tragedy of university education.
Okay.
And so what we try to do, like I told you, is to mentor the students.
Yes.
Tell them right from the beginning. Like in my university here, I saw it, they did it last year. Students who took a certain course, after the first year, they realized that those students are not good, they cannot survive.
Yes.
And they quickly call the parents. They have a discussion with the parents. Look, your child is challenged in this, but we have studied him or her, and we thought they would do well in this course, and they agreed. Yeah. And the guys are doing well.
Okay, so
they
change.
Yeah, they change the courses for them, because at the beginning there was not much dialogue. Okay, yes. Between the parents and the children, between the parents and the university. I just want my child to read this, so I just sent him, whether he likes it or not. Yes. I think there should be dialogue.
There should be that
between the children and the parents, and the children and the schools that the students attend. In secondary school, we don't care to go and talk to their teachers there. We should be talking to the teachers in our secondary school, so that we know where the strengths of our children are, so that we can send them there.
Yes. So now you're trying to foster the issue of dialogue and opening up, which is very important.
It is.
Guidance and counseling.
Guidance and counseling thing.
Another
mentoring.
Yes, mentoring. Yeah, yes. Definitely. Another important thing that we need to also talk about here is the issue of mental well-being of the students and the teachers. How important is it for your university to take care of the mental health of the students and the teachers as well? How significant is this?
It is significant, because if you are not mentally balanced, you cannot function well. And as a student, we have a policy in place where we will be testing our students. We've not reached the stage of testing our teachers, but we start with testing our students. As they come in, we test them for their mental balance, or whether they are taking drugs.
Yes.
If they are taking drugs, we dialogue with the parents for what we can do, take them to rehab centers, because we should not shy away from the fact that there are drug issues within our society.
Among very serious issues.
It's a serious issue. Yeah. And so we must come together and help solve the issue.
Okay.
And if we find out your child is challenged in that respect, we will call you for dialogue.
But briefly, what if it is not drug abuse issue? It has to do with depression and anxiety, partly as a result of too much work and overload of the assignments and studies. How do you do that?
That is why the students have their, what we call the advisors. In universities, they call them level coordinators.
Yeah, level coordinators.
The advisors are the parents in the university.
Yes, they are.
They interact with the students. And the moment they see things, they quickly inform the university authority. Something that we can solve. We try and solve within the university. If we cannot, we contact the parents. And if it means medical treatment, then we recommend that they take a child to medical treatment. You can stop. You see, the thing is, you can stop your study now. Go and take care of your medication and come back.
And continue.
And continue, yes.
So in this regard, we extend our special greetings to our level coordinators.
Yes, they are the
parents. I hope
parents.
yours is still alive.
My level coordinator
back at undergraduate.
No, during my time, we don't have level coordinators.
We have one.
Yes, in my time, unfortunately, our level coordinators are our teachers, all of them.
Yes.
God bless them.
I mean,
we still respect them because they have given us a lot of guidance.
Yeah, finally, I'm also extending my greetings to my level coordinator, Malama Omi Hassan, who's about to become a doctor.
Oh, okay. PhD. All right.
Yeah, finally, I've got some questions from some answers from some of your students. I did some background checks with your students. And
all right.
Secretly to talk.
Went behind our back.
That's our job. Before I get their comments to them in 1 minute, what can you say about the teacher-student relationship?
Here?
Yes, here.
Oh, it's wonderful.
And what are you doing to make it much better?
Oh, that is why we say we try to rule the student affairs division. We have the deanery of student affairs and the different people who are there. And they are the people who now talk to the students.
Yes.
If they have any issue, personal or whatever, after the level coordinator, the next stop is the deanery of student affairs. And that deanery is there to solve student issues. They are the representatives of the management. And so there is a very robust relationship between the students and the deanery of student affairs.
Okay, these are some of the words of your students, and I'm going to put them to you. Abdul Razak Abdul Jalil says, when I asked him what he likes about your university, he says, I like Capital City University because it encourages all members of the community to have a chance of exploring their potentials and encourage cooperation and teamwork. Also, it unites people from different socio-economic races, backgrounds, I believe, to break down all the misunderstanding about life and everything. And when I asked him what he disliked about your university, he says, well, I can't criticize my own citadel of learning. That's how he puts it. In any way, though there are things that with time all come to pass and change. The last thing that he says, he said, of course, his parents are comfortable with the Capital City University in terms of education and quality of environment and future. They are persistently trying to build. But then this should concern you when you hear the comment from Maimuna Zandam. She says she likes the good interaction between lecturers and the students. But then there is one problem. The fact that we are offering 2 semesters per year, I suggest that it should be at least 3 semesters per year. This is what she doesn't like about your university. But then she said if she meets you, she would advise you to make the semesters at least 3 per year. The school should also at least create some fun time for the students. All work makes Jack a dull boy.
I think that's. I thank her for that. It's a very good observation. But I want to inform her.
Yes.
It is illegal for universities to have 3 semesters in a year.
Illegal.
It is illegal, according to the MUC. No university should have 3 semesters in a year. But what we do, which is we've talked to the students, is that we are going to be sure that we make our calendar to be stable, to be very stable, such that when you come in, when you are going to graduate.
So there is no instability of the calendar. Yes, sure. So that's fantastic. We've got a lot to discuss. Unfortunately, time is
against.
We hope when next we have the opportunity, we will come back.
It's an opportunity to say a good thank you to you, and to your crew. But I want to assure people that Capital City University is the place to go. I assure you, when you send your child here, you will not regret it. And I want people to come and visit with us. We're going to have open days where we will ask parents and students to come and visit and see what we are doing.
And journalists to come and cover?
Journalists, of course. You are
you are coming back.
The custodians.
Thank you
very much.
Professor. We really appreciate you taking time to speak to us. We know that you have a very heavy schedule. And so we are grateful.
I've been here since 7 o'clock.
Wow, definitely. And after this interview, you have a lot to do.
Of course. I don't know when I will leave.
That's the job.
That's the job. I'm elected to take,
Sure.
It's not slavery.
Sure.
It's something that I enjoy doing. Like I told you, the biggest joy is to see development of people. That's the biggest joy. You have to do it to understand it.
Yes, definitely.
And as a teacher, I think it's the same feeling.
Definitely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed. On behalf of everyone that has contributed to this interesting conversation, Dr. Ali Musa at Coventry University is the producer. Ibrahim Salis Nasser is the cameraman. Muhammad Qutb is the video editor. My name is Umar Isa Dandubu. Saying goodbye and see you very soon.